Okay, so today is the topic that I wanted to do today, because I've seen it a whole lot this week, is the mean girl syndrome. Let's call it a syndrome or disorder, because it is an illness. I think it's a sickness. But I saw somebody post something about, let's talk about how mean women are to each other. But it came from a conversation that I had with my best friend that was having some problems in her workplace. And it was like the other black girls, they weren't united. And so I was like, well, maybe it's just there. But then I think about the times where I have been in a situation where it's been like mean girl activity. And when I say mean girl, let me correct that. This is grown ass women that act like little teenage girls. You can't sit here type shit. And I don't even think I've seen the movie titled Mean Girls. But last night I was at an event, and Judge Hatchett was the guest speaker, and she was talking about when she got ready to go to college, that there was a church lady that put a handkerchief in her hand, and she told her to go on and finish the race. She was handing her the baton, and she said that she had done all that she could do, and she was passing the baton. And because it was a mixed crowd, she explained what that mean with the old Southern Baptist church ladies, church mothers. She said they wore white all year round. They knew everybody's business. They gave you peppermints. Well, mine did in church. They gave us peppermints and things. And as a little black girl that grew up in the Southern Baptist church almost my entire life, I could relate to those church mothers. As a matter of fact, some of the church mothers were very vital to the church then. But in 2023, the new church mothers, or the new women that are supposed to be the church mothers, the elders in the church, they are the ones that have run my generation off of church. They are not like the older ones, like the great grandmothers, that generation. These new mimis and glam moms and things like that, they are the mean girls of the world now. And so they are teaching the generation up under them to also be mean girls. And I'm gonna back it up. Nowadays, people leaving the church because of church hurt. Well, who's causing the church hurt? There's so many political things that go in the church that shouldn't go on in the church. And that's the reason why a lot of us have shied away from church. That's the reason why a lot of us, which is not a bad thing, because a lot of us have sought out our spiritual journey and our spiritual awakening. So it's not a bad thing to be pushed out unless it goes on and spills off into everything. Now, when I say church hurt, I mean the situation where back in the day, if you were doing something, having sex, premarital sex or adultery, or however you want to put it, and you ended up pregnant, they would ask you to sit down. They would take your position. I remember Sarah Jake saying that when she became pregnant at 13 because of who her father was, they wanted her to apologize to the church. They wanted to do all these things. And I know that those things happened because of the stories my mama told me about, because I would ask questions like why she can't direct the choir, and why can't, and why. So I always been the type to ask questions. And I would notice that some church mothers will say, well, why you don't have on stockings? Why your legs bare? Why your skirt? I mean, it's so many different things that pushes you out of the church because of the mean girl. When the church is supposed to be for everybody, it's supposed to be come as you are and get fed, because it was supposed to be soul food. You eating the word the pastor was. But now you have to worry about what you're ingesting from the pastor, because a lot of times he ain't in the book, and he the one that needs to be set down, but then he got this flock of sheep that's following behind him, and they're not doing God's work. So that spilled over into the workplace and into the world. I don't subscribe to mean girl politics, attitudes, vibes, energy, or ways. I always feel like if I gotta compete or it's gotta be some mean girl shit, I'm gonna remove myself, because I don't want that. When you have to match vibes, or you have to watch what you say around this one, or this one worried about what you got on and where you this and what you this and that, it's too much. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. And so listening to Judge Hatchett and then reading the status this morning about, let's talk about the mean girls or the mean black, like, what you don't understand is you being mean to me, and because you think you have a little authority over me, but they looking at us like we the same, lower than them. So instead of you trying to be mean, we need to be trying to figure out how to get up together, but we can't because of the mean girl syndrome. I am one of those people that I listen to what you don't say. I watch your body language and your eye contact. And I'm one of those people, I can hold direct eye contact. I can stare through your soul. I can see what you're thinking when you don't even know that. But I let you think that I don't know anything. Because they said, never argue with a fool, because somebody standing looking don't know who is who. So I remove myself and I exclude myself, because I have daughters that I'm raising that are not mean girls, but are being taught we don't fuck with mean girls. Because why? For somebody to say they're all for women, but to have an attitude that they're above most women or most black women, or what you perceive, because a lot of times you bitches don't even know the person that you are judging. You don't know them for real. What you think you know, you have no idea, because you never really got a chance to know them, or you assumed. And a lot of times they say when you assume, you make an ass out of. Oh, okay. So the way I am is, it only take one meeting for the first time. Like, first impressions, that's all it takes me. I don't need a second. I don't need nothing. The first impression, let me know all I need to know about you, so then I know how to handle you. But if you can be such a mean girl where you don't even try to address the person by their name correctly, you don't even have to worry about getting to know them. Because if you can't take the time to say, how do you pronounce your name? Or what do you do? And listen and hold that shit and file it in your Rolodex in your mind, we don't have nothing to talk about, because I'm different. When I connect, my connections are intentional. When I network, they're intentional. But when I say, I be so good on these type of people, is research. I like to watch how foolish you look, and you don't even realize that you thinking you above somebody because you a manager or you got this title. But everybody they know who you are. They know how you roll, and they saying the same shit. I don't really fuck with her. I don't really like her because the way she act and how she tried to. It's so many black women that have that attitude that we feel like, I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go there if she's there. I don't like how she acts. I don't like how she treats me. I don't like that. And it makes it hard to find genuine black women when you got to weed out the bad ones and the mean girls and the bitches who think because they wear some labels or something like that. Like, none of that shit makes you pretty. I've seen hoes with the baddest outfits on, the baddest body, with the nastiest attitude. So what are you really accomplishing by thinking that this title gonna get you somewhere when everybody like, I don't want to go over there because she over there. I don't want to, no. And then you wondering why people not going to the churches and not helping the churches. And then when a lot of times when we going through depression, stressful moments, anxiety, divorce, domestic violence, your kids ain't acting right. When all this shit is going on And we don't reach out to nobody because we don't trust you. We know that you have ulterior motives. So if I come to you and I tell you all hell is breaking loose in my home, the kids doing this, the husband doing this, and them, I don't trust that you're not only going to be mean, but I don't even think that you're going to keep it between me and you, because you seem like the type that's going to run behind and tell my business. So here I am suffering in silence. So my whole point of saying this is, you bitches make it hard for real black women that's genuine, trying to help each other, to find community. And I think that you all should wear the little scarlet letter that say I ain't shit. I think I'm better than each other. I'm a mean girl. Like, wear that label, wear that title. Because even if you don't say that, when you open your fucking mouth, we already know it. And it's like, oh, scratch her. She don't even got to worry. I won't be coming to her events. I won't be buying her things. I'm not going to that church. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to do, like, it's a lot of things that happen. And this is not just in the church. It's everywhere. And it's not just in the South, because I said Southern Baptist Church. It's worldwide. Like, this is mean bitches everywhere. But I feel like somewhere in our lineage, behind us somewhere, that it was competition and we were fighting to get positions and titles. And so when we got them, we felt like we still had to keep that mean girl mentality up instead of, and maybe, and let's talk about it. Maybe it's because we always in our masculine and we can't never be soft. And so we just mean and we like, fuck her. We don't have any togetherness. So I say all that to say, they always told me you will get more flies with honey than you will with that other stuff. And I'm going to say this. When I pick up a vibe, because I'm big on energy. I'm an empath, so I'm big on energy. So when I pick up a vibe, just a hint, just a little bit of fakeness, or the room get quiet when I walk in, or it's about, well, what you got on? I like the shoes, or I like your little car. When we peep game and we know how to handle you or not handle you. The way we do it now, we just don't go where we know that bitch gonna be at, because we don't want shit to do with her. So I'm gonna challenge you to sit back and think about how you are when you approach new people, because it's the new people that pretty much, they be like, I ain't going over there because I ain't going to. I have heard more people say, I can't figure out that culture. I don't know where I fit in over there. I've lived in this motherfucker my whole entire life, and I see more people saying it's cliquish and you can't be with them because they do this. And I'm like, but we all got the same mission. And there's so much money in the world to be made. What we fighting for? So I would like to challenge a whole bunch of women to get back to sisterhood, get back to that tribe that we all looking for. And if you have been that mean girl, because I think we all probably have subscribed to the mean girl at one point or another. If you have been that mean girl, or you are that mean girl, check your circle and see where you at, and see who rocking with you and why they rocking with you. Because they said if you look at your circle, you will know your future. But I'm going to say, if you look at your circle and it look like a cage, you might want to adjust. Because in 2023, we after the besties that want to do mimosas. We talking business. We collaborating. It's no, what are we competing for? And a lot of y'all old enough to be our mamas and our grandmamas and our aunties and things like that. And you should be passing down wisdom, not pushing us away. That's why we don't go to church the way we used to. And that's why we don't go to counseling, or we don't ask for help, or we don't seek out your advice, because we don't like your personality. We don't like you. Ain't no need to sugarcoat it. We don't like you. We don't like the way you act. We don't like the way you act stuck up. We don't like the way your nose always in the air, or how you look us up and down. We don't like that. And not only do we not like it, it's other people that don't like it either. And don't think just because we ain't said nothing that we ain't peep game. game has been recognized and your position has been assigned accordingly, stay the fuck away. Like it's like, bitch be gone, bitch be gone, bitch be gone. We ain't, for what? Because for every mean girl, it's 2 homegirls out there that we can rock with over you. So see how that work for you. But if you don't agree, or you never met a mean girl, or you want me to show you an example of a mean girl, I will. But let's talk about it, because this shit ain't gonna. How many more years are we going to be able to do this? It's an attack on our life. Gabrielle Union said it was like 71,000 missing girls in 2020 or 2019 or something like that. Black. Let me say black. So you being mean, they eliminating us. We a threat. We in danger, underpaid, overworked, underappreciated. You working for them. I don't get it, but don't worry about it. Don't invite me. I'm good over here. I rock by myself before I hang with a group of mean girls.